This is The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe for middle school. I promise you, I'm not crazy. People think I am, but I swear I'm not. Yes, I am nervous, but wouldn't you be if you had a sharp sense of hearing like me? I can hear things most people can't. Things from heaven, things from hell. But listen to my story and you'll see that I am perfectly sane. It all started with the old man. I loved him. I really did. He never wronged me, never insulted me. But his eye, that terrible, pale, vulture-like eye, it haunted me. Every time it landed on me, my blood turned to ice. That's why I had to get rid of it. Not the man, just the eye. For 7 nights, I watched him as he slept. Every night at midnight, I crept into his room, ever so slowly, careful not to wake him. I was patient. For a whole hour it took me just to push my head inside the door. But when I shined my lantern, the eye was always shut. I couldn't do anything if I couldn't see the eye. On the 8th night, I was more careful than ever. But as I slid my head into the room, my thumb slipped on the lantern's metal clasp. Click. The old man shot up in bed. Who's there? He called out. I stayed frozen, not making a sound. For a whole hour, he sat awake, afraid. I knew he was terrified. I could feel his fear. Then, ever so carefully, I opened the lantern just a tiny bit. A sliver of light landed right on the eye, that awful vulture eye. My heart started pounding. It beat so loudly I was sure the old man could hear it. It grew faster, louder, like a drum rolling before a battle. I had to end it now. I let out a loud yell and rushed at him. He screamed, but it was too late. I pulled him to the floor and smothered him under his own heavy mattress. For a long time, I stood there, listening. Not a single heartbeat. He was gone. I worked quickly, dismembering the body and hiding it underneath the wooden floorboards. There was no blood, no mess. I had been too careful. No one would ever know. At 4 in the morning, there was a knock at the door. The police. A neighbor had heard the scream. I smiled and let them in, acting calm. I told them the old man was away on vacation. I even led them into his bedroom and placed my chair right over the hidden body, chatting as if nothing had happened. But then I started hearing it. A soft, low thump. It was faint at first, but it grew louder and louder. The officers kept talking, but they didn't seem to notice. I couldn't take it. Thump, 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 thump. Was it my own heart? No, no, it was his. Somehow, from under the floor, the old man's heart was still beating. Louder, faster. My head felt like it would burst. I couldn't breathe. Stop! I shrieked. I did it. I killed him. Tear up the floor. You'll see. His heart is still beating. I sank to the ground, laughing and crying at the same time. But of course, when they pulled up the floorboards, there was nothing but silence.